Alrighty. Excuse me. Welcome back. We got more Trails goodness. Last time, we started Chapter 4. Well, not started, we continued with Chapter 4. And hit Day 2 with our sweep all the way up to East Street. There's a lot going on here in Crossbell. But let's start patrolling. What's an independent? That's what everyone's saying Crossbell is now. I wish I could ask Sister Marble. She'd probably know. I've heard rumors of the so-called inexplicable incidents the President mentioned in his speech. Turns out Ereboni and Calvert were the ones behind them. It really puts the fear of Arios in you. Now that I know the truth, I'm all for us being independent. I'm sure Mr. Croy was also unable to accept things for how they appeared. Crossbell has been the victim of so many injustices, so many tragedies that we could only force ourselves to turn a blind eye to. Even my husband was... Pardon? Sorry, ignore me. I have to say, this new defense force doesn't seem to be nearly as friendly as the CGF was. Even those new uniforms look so stiff and formal. I'm much more partial to the ones they wore back when my husband was alive. Mr. Marcy is leaving Crossbell today. I'm going to miss him. By now, Ereboni and Calvin must be thoroughly provoked. I can only imagine the danger Crossbell might face soon. But no matter what happens, I'll protect my family with my life. My only wish is for Crossbell to be a peaceful place again. As long as my family is safe, that's all I could ever ask for. I'm scheduled to leave Crossbell today. As I didn't have much time to pack, I couldn't fit this book anywhere. You can take it if you would like. Sunshine Agnes Chapter 11. So, Arios McLean is our new Secretary of Defense. I can't say he was the most obvious choice. It makes sense when you consider his laundry list of achievements, though. President Croy's decision-making skills are as sharp as ever. I saw President Croy's speech. He has my fullest support in securing Crossbell's future as an independent state. Complicated stuff like this always flies right over my head. Did Crossbell make the right choice or not? I wouldn't know either way. Well, he asked me to help him today. He made 3 of these spinny toys too. I hope people buy them. Being square in Ereboni and Calvert's sights is a terrifying feeling. Still, this is all for the good of Crossbell's future. We'll just have to dig deep and prepare for the worst. And no matter what happens, I swear I'll keep Mei Ling safe. After all this time, Crossbell's finally gained its independence. It feels like I'm watching history written before my very eyes. Ereboni and Calvert have already stopped exporting goods to Crossbell. According to President Croy, though, we have enough emergency provisions to last us 5 years. Still, anyone selling fresh vegetable, meaning us, needs to come up with a business strategy, and fast. Dins can't seem to get that through his head. I wish he'd get his act together. Here we are, the independent state of Crossbell. That's something worth celebrating. I don't think Lily agrees, though. She's been frowning all morning. What's there to be worried about? Exciting stuff, right? We're independent and we have our first president. Probably feels real. Overall, I'm happy about it, but who knows if that'll still be the case down the line. I called my hubby and told him to get his butt back to Crossbell ASAP. Come tomorrow, all train services are going to be suspended indefinitely. Fingers crossed he makes it home in time. Well, President Croy sure is bold. I get where he's coming from, but I can't help but be anxious over how Crossbell's going to come out of all this. So, the state's independent now, huh? Crossbell's bad blood with Erebonia almost mirrors our own with the Imperial Fishing Club. Maybe it was fated to be. It's just my luck that the city would go up in arms right when the guild activities resumed. Maybe I should go back to Armorica. Phew, home sweet home. Still, this whole independence deal totally blindsided me. Right when I thought things were returning to normal, too. What's gonna happen to us now? I wonder if it was premature of Mr. Croy to declare independence. I'm prepared to accept that change is a natural part of the world, of course, but even so. Then again, with the position Crossbell has been pushed into, perhaps it wasn't so much premature as it was overdue. Something troubled me about Croy's address. Why wasn't Speaker McDowell with him? Would you happen to have any information on the matter, Ellie? I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not, Chairman Morse. I've been worrying over the same thing myself. I see. That's rather disconcerting. Regardless, there's no turning back now. Conflict with the Empire and Republic is inevitable at this point. I may have to call an Emergency Business Owners Association meeting to account for this. What you guys? There's a crossbell and I'm all for independence. I mean, come on. We have the Arios frickin' McLean in charge of our state security. Even if you have to go against Erebone or Calvert, I feel safe knowing we're in good hands. How could this happen to Crossbell? If we go to war with Calvert, then I really might never see Risha again. Where could she be? I can't even imagine what'll happen next. I'm gonna take some real grit to make it through these tough times. I doubt I'll be able to return to Calvert anytime soon unless I leave right now. Maybe it'd be better if I did. My mom's really worried about me. You Crossbellans can be so noisy when it comes to independence. I don't care either way, but you had better not cause a scene in my restaurant. Understood? Yes, sir. Woohoo! Crossbell's independent, and now we have a president. Man, this is freaking sweet news. I want to clean even harder now. Flights are likely going to be suspended at the end of the day, too, so this is my only chance to return to Liberl. I wish I could stay here a little longer to report on things as they develop, but regardless of what happens, I wish nothing but safety for the people of Crossbell. All controversy aside, I'm hopeful that this new defense force will have what it takes to protect your state. Yeah, me too. We're not really going to war, are we? I don't even want to think about it. The whole city's going bonkers right now. They're saying we might want to go to war. We're in danger. Oh dear, the situation has taken a turn for the worse, hasn't it? Maybe I should stay inside until things settle down. I saw the president's address when I was on East Street, but to be honest, I couldn't believe my ears. Doesn't matter how we justify things, the major powers won't stand for this. It'd be in my best interest to flee the city and lay low outside of the state. Suppose I could try to flee to Liberl to be with Armand and Ellie. No, what am I thinking? That's the sort of thing only a selfish coward would do. I may have made mistakes in the past, but I'm still a proud Crossbellan. I'm staying right here until the bitter end. I listened to the president's address. I understand where he's coming from, but is there really no way to solve this problem peacefully? I don't think so. Calvert, maybe, but I doubt it. Chance told me about the presidential address. Truth be told, I'm terrified. My husband left for work early this morning, the same as always. I just hope his shift doesn't run late again. Mommy looks so sad. I wish I could cheer her up somehow. And there's an Eevee hat from Embryo. How we doing, Embryo? What's up? It's kind of an impromptu trail stream for me today, but I figure why not? After all, I'm already exhausted from dinner, so yeah. Oh, it's you guys. Do you know, how have the rest of the Saber Vipers been? Okay for the most part. Koki got hurt the worst, but even he regained consciousness. The others are getting discharged, so they'll be back in downtown district soon. It'll probably take some time before we're up and running again, though. Still, I figure if I wait here long enough, they'll all turn up eventually. Right? Dino. Yeah, hopefully so. So I was streaming Azure this morning, then went, oh shit, Easter dinner is at 12 today? That's not dinner. That's lunch. But I get ya. Mine was at like 2. So it isn't brunch. No, that was definitely lunch. Lunch is at noon. We've gained independence, a new defense force, and our first ever president. This is some week, I tell you. Did you guys know this was gonna happen? No, we've been completely out of the loop. We're currently trying to gather as much information as we can about it. I see. Guess you folks have it hard, too. You got your work cut out for you, but don't lose heart, okay, kiddos? Just keep on trucking. Yeah, thanks for the pep talk, Galoon. Mom and I talked it over and we decided to stay in Crossbell. If you guys want something, just give me a shout. I have everything I need except for frickin' Emerald. But I already traded it, so... Quartz. Can we get any fancy quartz? Tier all bomb. I have... Also, screw Campanella. I mean, obviously. Tier all bomb. I don't think I can buy tier all bombs. Independent crossbow, eh? That banker's got some crazy ideas. I'm on the final chapter in what I think is the last dungeons. Nice. Hey, Red, be careful, alright? Fight's a-coming. I can smell it in the wind. Preaching to the choir. No way our pals to the east and west are just gonna bite their tongues. Well, you know where I stand. Arms dealers live for times like these. I consider catching last shine at Crossbell, but I wouldn't want to miss all the fun now. Sorry, this is a tiny spoiler, but I can't really explain without it. Okay. Everyone in the city is going wild over Croy becoming the president. Maybe a little too wild. I think I'll go check on Serena and Yuget during my next break. Abbas called a team mentioning this morning to say he was leaving, and that the rest of us are in charge of Trinity while he's away. He didn't tell us where he was heading, though. What's going on? Abbas left? Could he be with Wazy? No idea. But what we have noticed is all those Defense Force soldiers hanging around town now. You don't think they were arrested, do you? I have a hard time believing Wazy and Abbas would ever make such a blunder. I know you're worried about your boss man, but you might want to take a step back and calm down. Yeah, you're right. The important thing is that we take care of the bar like Abbas asked. Abbas wouldn't have left without a good reason. So, in the meantime, we're gonna look after the bar, just like he asked. It's not like this is Abbas' first leave of absence from the bar. But he did seem a lot more serious this time around. Whatever business he has must be gravely important. Hopefully he gets back soon. Alright. Now, just to check, I don't think... Can't go anywhere, right? No, it doesn't look like it. Just want to make sure. That without context makes little sense. Yeah. Okay, so... I guess... I mean, we did our one quest, right? I didn't find any hidden quest. I guess we head to the Bracer Guild. Wow, we can't do play with anyone. Wow. Yona? I already talked to Yona. Yeah, he didn't have... I mean, he had some interesting stuff to say, but he didn't have anything to really say to us. Too early then? Probably. I don't know. Pardon us. Sorry if we're interrupting. Well, look who the cat dragged in. Oh, hey there, SSS. Sheesh, if you guys clenched any harder, you'd snap yourself in two. Normally I'd tell you to mind your own damn business, but there's no denying it today. Why would Arios just up and leave us? I'm still in shock. Never once did I suspect he'd do something like this. I suppose the only real hint was that he'd been visiting Orcus Tower more frequently lately. Right. I thought he was just going there to discuss the guild's game plan for the future. Instead, he was off rubbing elbows and shaking hands with his employer-to-be. Actually, that's what we came here to talk about. Is Arios still considered a member of the guild? No, he suddenly handed in his resignation last night, along with his bracer badge. In typical Arios fashion, he finished up all his requests just prior. He even included an outline of how the guild should proceed going forward. As prepared as ever. Arios did always seem to be a methodical man. Still, his resigning without notice is more than just a minor inconvenience for us. What's more, he's been instated as the Chief Secretary, or as the Secretary of Defense, the Commander-in-Chief of the newly formed Crossbell Defense Force. It terrifies me to think of what Erebonia's response to this will be, especially considering the message the government sent them by freezing their international assets. Right, Calvert's reaction will be no less frightening, you can be sure of that. Still, it's not like I don't understand the way Arios feels about all this. Scott? What's that supposed to mean? Well, Crossbellan blood runs through his veins, through my veins just like his. Those inexplicable incidents mentioned in the address used to happen several times a year, that much is for a fact. I don't know what the truth is, but deep down every citizen in the state suspects the Empire or Republic is behind them. Well, to be fair, there haven't been any accidents like that in some time. I think the last was 5 years ago, the one Shizuku and Saya, Arios' wife, were caught up in. By accident, you mean the truck explosion from half a decade ago. The prevailing theory is that the orbital engine malfunctioned, igniting flammable cargo on board, but it never did sit right. As a result of the accident, poor Saya lost her life and little Shizuku, her sight. So that's how it happened, huh? We have heard small portions of the story already, but the entirety of it is hard to take in. That must be why Arios quit the CPD and took up the supporting gauntlet. I've come to know Arios quite well since he joined the guild, and yet he never mentioned a word about the incident. It must have been weighing on him all these years. Taking that into account, I can see why he accepted such an important position. Michelle, forgive me for asking, but have you noticed anything suspicious about Arios' schedule up until now? Huh? What do you mean, Lloyd? Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force. A heavy responsibility like that isn't the sort of thing you just agree to on a whim. Wouldn't it make more sense if he had been laying the groundwork with President Croy the entire time? This could go back further than we realized. The last few weeks, maybe even more. Michelle? That's Sai. Are you saying he's right? It's true that there were occasional conflicts of locations in his reports. I figure they were just human error, considering the absurd number of requests he was handling. But now that I think about it, he isn't the type to make those kind of mistakes so carelessly. So each of those times he was actually meeting with President Croy. That's a pretty safe assumption at this point. Honestly, Lloyd, your detective skills are so on the nose, it's almost scary. Thanks, though I'm sorry if I'm putting Arios in a bad light here. But while I'm at it, I may as well ask you another point-blank question. It's about the discrepancies between Arios' schedules and the location he reported. Do you remember any instances of that from more than half a year ago? Why that far back specifically? Wouldn't that be even earlier than when Mr. Croy became mayor? Well, I doubt my memory is that good, but... Oh, you know, there was this one time. When exactly? It was the final day of the anniversary festival. He was supposed to travel to Remiferi on official guild business, but he suddenly canceled at the last second, and he didn't even bother to notify us. Really? I pressed him on the issue once I finally caught wind of it, but all he told me was that he'd been too busy to make a report. Why do you ask, though? Do you think it could be related? I don't know about that. The anniversary festival is probably the busiest time of the year for us. It would be perfectly understandable to overlook a single report. The last day of the anniversary festival. That was the day of the auction. You think the two are connected? I don't know yet, but my gut is telling me they are. We've been so busy that we let too many fine details pass us by. Sorry, I have to take this. Crossbell Police Department Special Support... Huh? Don't you mean Crossbell Defense Force Special Support Section? Is this who I think it is? Who could the mystery man on the phone be? Guess right, and you could win yourself a grand prize, a shiny brand new. I've had enough of your pointless shenanigans. What are you doing back in Crossbell? Don't be like that. I thought we were pals. I know things have been going off the rails, but you can spare some time to chat in person, can't you? I'm sure it'll be worth your while. Fine. Where do you want to meet? How about Crimson & Co., aka the former Ravache compound? Let's rendezvous at the Don's old office. The basement, then. Got it. See you there, buddy. Was that Cal? Has he come out of hiding? He did contact us last time after Randy went missing. Wait, seriously? It wasn't him. It was Captain Arundel of the Imperial Army. What? Him again? You were right to ask what he was doing coming back to Crossbell. Nothing good, that's for sure. He's got balls showing his face around here again. He said he wanted to speak with us at the old Ravache compound. Given his ties to the Red Constellation, we can't be too careful. Still, I think it's in our best interest to hear him out. Guess so. The risk is worth it. I do think we should fully prepare ourselves before going, though. You kids never slow down, do you? Sounds like you have a real piece of work on your hands. Lecter Arundel of the Imperial Intelligence Division. From what I hear, he's a thorn in just about everyone's side. You can always call us if you end up needing backup. Lynn's right, we still have a debt to repay you from the wetlands. We appreciate it. We'll be sure to get in touch if it comes to that. I won't mince words. The Empire isn't going to hold its tongue after an address like that. They're almost certainly planning to retaliate. That is, if they haven't already begun to do so. Arundel's call to the SSS pertains to that somehow, more likely than not. Yeah, Calvert is probably taking the same steps over on their end, too. And who knows where the church stands in all this. We need to make sure we're ready for anything. I heard plenty about Lecter Arundel of the Intelligence Division back when I was working in the Empire in Erebonia. If you already know the man, then you probably don't need me to tell you not to relax your guard around him. Hey, SSS, we still have a debt to repay you, so if things get too dicey, give us a call. The Guild will do what it can to help. Well, everyone's on standby, except for Arios. Can't believe Arios was fudging his schedule to meet with the mayor, or president, whatever. I noticed his reports were a little funky here and there, yet I still let it happen right under my nose. He must have been hung up on that accident Sai and Shizuku were caught in all this time. Crossbound blood runs through my veins too, so I get how Arios feels. Still, I don't think he'd resign from the guild for something like this. Brooding over won't change anything, though. Now that he's gone, the rest of us bracers need to pick up the slack. I wonder how Remiferi is going to respond to Crossbell's declaration of independence. Prince Albert is a wise man, so he'll surely put what's best for his people first. I'd better touch base with St. Ursula about this. The guild is going to need to figure out how to handle the situation as well. Okay. Let's go see what Yona's up to. If there's anything going on, it is. Yep, nope. Nothing new. Okay, let's... Yep, I see it. Alright, so let's go stop at... See if we can't, do anything. I don't think we really have enough. Okay, we can get Ellie. Do I wait to get Tio, though? Or do I do Lloyd and Randy? Excuse me. 1 EV for every second of the day. I don't think that's how that works. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Need more Earth. I've been so low on Sepith this entire game. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Just to make sure we still can't go anywhere. I don't know, I just feel like there'll be a random thing I can go to. Yeah, be ready, you're going to Gehenna? Oh boy. Not customize, I want to rest. Check, there's not. Well, I guess we just go in. There's no one posted here anymore. I imagine that apartment had the foresight to lock up the building before they left. In other words, our favorite fly in the wall probably picked the lock when he got here. Never mind that, we should head inside. Actually, let me... See, she has Heaven's Eye, so I guess we can do a range. AP3 even. See, oh, that gives you less disaster, actually. Okay. Gets rid of last disaster. Voice breaker. Okay, so I actually do need the 5 I get from the hit 3. You know what? Let's go see. Can we craft another hit 3? Because I kind of want one on Lloyd. Doubt I have enough. Yeah, no. Not enough. And I doubt I can buy tier R bombs. Yeah, no. Good, Ben. Wanna buy fancy things. Guess not. Oh well, let's head in. Can only go one place, huh? He should be further ahead. Watch your step. It's time to find out what this is all about. Oh, I just can't help but feel like I can do more stuff. Yeah, like a move 2 there, action 2, I don't... Do I have an action 3? No. Just for sake of... Fire has 17 and 6 of those two? I wonder if that's even... doubt I can get that on Randy. No, there's no way. No, if there were... Was 6 of which 2 again? Time in space. No, I don't think that's actually possible. What about, support stuff, though? Passion. 9, 3 of each of those. That's not bad. Does he have passion, actually? Damn it. That's the wrong buttons. No. That's all we need. Here's me in the next hour. Sure. Let's see what happens. Did that give you impassion? It did, okay. Could switch luck out for something? Big 3. Oh, also in the next FBI, open up! I'm nervous. Behind this door is Lecter Arundel, captain of the Imperial Intelligence Division. We have to be careful about what we do and say around him. It's best that we be prepared before going in. Once you're pursued into the room, you will not be able to buy items, adjust equipment, or change your orbits for some time. Be aware that any outstanding support requests will expire as well. I think we're good. I haven't seen any hidden quests. I don't know. I don't know. It's only been one quest today. I feel like there's another one somewhere. I could look it up. I'm gonna look it up. You know what? Screw it. We're this far in. Actually, it does say there is one. And that is, if this is, like, actually true, that's a very easily missable one. Yep. Mr. Nielsen? Ah, is that you, Lloyd? This grave belongs to Lloyd's older brother. You were here to visit him, weren't you? That's right. There's something I wanted to speak with Guy about. You wanted to talk to my brother? Yes, I wish to tell him about the raid, the Declaration of Independence, and President Croy's speech. The people of Crossville are all facing in a singular direction, irrespective of their own personal emotions. It is for that reason that I'm opting to go against the grain and ponder the darkness of the past instead. Darkness of the past, do you mean? Yes, I do. I'm referring to the murder of your older brother, Detective Guy Bannings. I beg your pardon? Guy's death. Where's this coming from? And why, now? Or are you saying there's never been a more perfect time? What exactly is it that you know, Mr. Nielsen? Lloyd, Special Support Section. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like for us to head elsewhere so we can review that case together. How does that sound? Yeah. Alright, if you're willing to, then so are we. Thank you for your cooperation. It just so happens that I have the perfect place in mind. Let's make our way back to the city. Inside Scoop, Guy Bannings started. Out of curiosity, Mr. Nielsen, why come to Garante specifically? 3 years ago, Guy and I agreed to meet here for another one of our friendly exchanges of information. It was shortly before that meeting when I learned of his death. Oh, that explains it. The secret behind the cult incident, the arrest of the Imperial and Republican faction, Diet members, the election of a new mayor, the inaugural meeting of the West Samaria Trade Conference, the raid on Crossbell City, and now the Declaration of Crossbellan Independence. While each of these events may appear isolated on the surface, in truth they are closely intertwined. In other words, they are pieces of a much larger puzzle. A larger puzzle, really? Yes. Were one to unpack the bigger picture behind them, the rest of the pieces would surely fall into place. Doing so should shed new light on the murder of Guy Bannings. That's why I propose this case review. I understand, however, if you'd rather spare yourself the heartache, Lloyd. No, I'm alright. Lloyd, are you certain of that? Don't forget, time ain't exactly on our side today. We should get this show on the road. That's perfectly fine with me. Let us begin then. First and foremost, we should examine the conditions under which Guy's body was discovered. It was a rainy day 3 years ago, at Orcus Tower's construction site. Time of death was estimated to be just past dawn, though the body was not discovered until later that night. As for the cause of death, it was a hemorrhagic shock. A bullet from an orbital gun pierced him from behind, straight through the heart. Does all of that sound correct? Yeah, that's right. He was shot in the back? Damn, what the hell? Now let us reconstruct the scene of the crime at the time his body was found. To begin, there were signs of a fierce struggle throughout the area. However, the only physical evidence left behind was Guy's body itself. Not only was his favorite pair of tantas absent from the locus delicti, but the CPD badge that he so proudly wore on his chest was missing as well. I have come to understand that this badge was recently recovered. Is it true that it was taken by a member of the organized crime syndicate known as Ravache? Yeah. We found it in Marconi's office, and he later confirmed it. The mafioso in question even confessed to lifting the badge off his body after the cult incident was resolved. I see. However, that was, as you said, after the fact, as far as eyewitnesses go. Only one person can defeat Guy Bannings, and that is Guy Bannings. There were none. At the time construction work had been suspended and no staff were present at the official site. The time of day and environmental factors were also unfavorable. It was the break of dawn in the midst of a blustery thunderstorm. Because of that, there was no reason for anyone to approach the scene, much less witness the actual murder. To make matters worse, Guy never informed anyone where he where he was heading prior to the incident. And that is where my trail goes cold. What you just heard is the entirety of what I've managed to gather these past 3 years. That is, unless you have anything to add, Lloyd. No, I don't think so. You covered everything I knew, too. Mr. Nielsen's penchant for gathering information never ceases to amaze. Yes, though in this case, it would seem Guy was not just a source to him, but a dear friend as well. That may explain why he has such a vested interest in a cold case like this. Very well. Why don't we move on to the case review, then? If we're to unravel this mystery, you must first carefully consider our potential culprits. The obvious place to start would be to go over the most likely suspects, namely Ravash and the DG cult. Do you believe that either of them might be the perpetrator, Lloyd? It couldn't be either of them. We know it wasn't either of them. No, it couldn't have been either of them. As far as the Mafia goes, Marconi denied that he and his men were responsible. Of course, its word means only so much on its own, but Joachim told us that although he arranged for Ravash to kill my brother, they failed. Garcia Rossi admitted it to him, and Marconi tried to take credit. There's also no evidence that any of their subordinates went behind their backs to carry out the hit. Not only that, but Guy was also already investigating both the Mafia and Joachim. His defenses were up. He would have never put himself in a position where either of them could make an attempt on his life. I just can't fathom that being the case. Gotta agree, chances are slim. Everything we've come to learn about the dude says he wasn't just a ballsy, he was a damn good detective too. That he was. I can never believe for a second that he died fighting the Mafia or the cult. I feel just the same way myself. The elements of this case would appear to point elsewhere. The theory may have held water prior to the cult incident, but at this point, we can safely rule out both Ravash and the cult. So let's move down the list. Could he have been assassinated on behalf of one of the two major powers? By a Diet member from the Imperial Republican faction, say, or one of the government officials they align with. Perhaps a foreign intelligence officer. Do you think it's possible that Guy's killer might fit into any of those categories? Was Guy killed with so many ties to the Imperial Republican government? I would say it's not very likely, right? Like... Let's see... He wasn't doing... I mean, I guess the biggest thing he was doing was looking into Ravash. It's all a ploy. He took himself out in order to save the future. It was the only choice. None of this is confirmed. But I would say it's not very likely. Like... I have no reason to believe... Why would the major powers even have any reason to do it? He's just a nameless police officer to them. No, I think that's pretty unlikely. It's true there have always been corrupt officials within Crossbow with ties to the two major powers. And it's also true that my brother was quick to push against the injustices they committed. Plus, we can now say for certain that spies from both countries were making frequent visits to Crossbow around that time. But as much as I believed in my brother, he was in no real position to touch them. They couldn't have viewed him as a serious threat. Oh, I'm thinking I should take a break from Trails and stream something in between. I mean, sure. Yeah. Stream whatever you want to stream. Unfortunately, you're probably right. As much as I hate to admit it, either nation could apply tremendous pressure on the CPD through the state government if they really wanted to. Especially under the old administration when Guy was alive. It would have been far too easy. Yeah, it just doesn't fit. Why go to the effort of luring out and killing one single detective when bureaucratic red tape is effective enough as is? A high-risk, low-reward maneuver like that just wouldn't have been worth it, no matter how much of a thorn on their side he was. Let's say, and I'm just talking hypotheticals here, that Lloyd's bro was in contact with one of those guys. He still wouldn't walk into an obvious trap. It's the same deal as the Mafia. I concur. Impressively deduced. I have nothing more to say on the subject. With that, let's move on to our final possibilities. Out of a sizable pool of potential suspects, you've eliminated every one of them so far. Then tell me, who else do you suppose could fit the profile of Guy's killer? I want to go through Cold Steel again before Reverie. Random trivia time. You get this correct, you win the lottery. What is the max level you have Next level you have 5 seconds. 100. It's probably not. Let's see. Someone from Ouroboros. Could be. But I don't think that's likely. They were... Let's see. Timetables. So, well, first of all, Ouroboros at that point was most likely focusing their efforts on Liberl. So I would say probably not. Someone from the CPD. That'll be a 50-hour stream as punishment? Nope. Someone from the CPD. Well, 2 answers are correct, but 1 is more correct. I don't want spoilers. That's spoilers right there, man. Trying to think this through. So, Ouroboros, I just think, is just straight out. They were dealing with Liberl at the time. CPD... I mean, I think it is either one of these two. I think it was someone he trusted. Come on, it's obvious at this point. I don't know about that, but I have my theories that I don't want to say out loud just yet. Someone from the CPD or a personal acquaintance. If it's who I think it is, I would say personal acquaintance. The guy was still wary of them, no doubt, but it had to have been someone he knew well. That's the only answer that fits. Huh? You serious? And what brings you to that conclusion? Well, first of all, Guy never revealed to anyone where he was going beforehand. That leads me to believe that he was confident in his ability to handle the situation alone. The only reason he would feel that way is if he were meeting someone he knew personally. That's true. Whether Guy was asked to go there or whether the meeting was his idea is impossible to say. But consider where they met, an empty construction site. Clearly, whatever they planned to discuss was important. They didn't want anybody to hear what they were talking about. It's possible the conversation went sideways, that it broke down to the point of no return. Maybe that's why the killer took his life. And what conversation would that be? Honestly, I don't have the slightest clue. But whatever it was, it cost him his life, and that means it was grave enough to silence him over. I don't use this word lightly, but it might have been linked to a deep conspiracy of some kind. A conspiracy? When we began this review, you said that unpacking the bigger picture could shed a new light on this case. At that moment, I felt like something clicked, way in the back of my mind. Did you now? I can't get past the idea that my brother was closing in on some kind of secret plot. A plot concocted by somebody connected to the DG cult, the Mafia, the Empire, and the Republic. Yet also separate from them. Whoever it was, they couldn't allow Guy to interfere, and chances are that conspiracy is still alive and well to this day. Doesn't that sound like the most logical explanation? Connected, yet also separate. And you say this conspiracy is still ongoing. It's hard to draw any other conclusion. The killer is still at large, after all. That fact alone is enough to tell me that whatever they killed Guy over is a long ways from settled. Mr. Nielsen? Sorry, was that too far-fetched? No, not at all. I think your reasoning is perfectly sound. Let me ask you this, Lloyd. As we're reviewing this case, did any particular suspect come to mind? One who could, in theory, have called Guy out to the construction site and murdered him 3 years ago? No, unfortunately not. To his credit, Guy was popular. Even if he narrowed it down to those he knew personally, that's still a lot of people. There were also 2 other key details. His back was turned when it happened, and his tonsils were removed from the scene afterwards. I suspect that both of those facts are vital to figuring out what really happened that day. Then again, if the evidence alone was enough to identify the killer, the First Division would have solved this case 3 years ago. That's a fair assessment. Unfortunately, not every clue has been revealed, and so the culprit cannot yet be identified. However, I do think one thing has made itself very clear. The only person who can uncover those final missing pieces and solve this puzzle is you, Lloyd. Mr. Nielsen. Right, and I intend to do just that. Glad to hear it. It's strange, I suddenly feel as though I've made good on my promise to share intel with Guy here 3 years ago. I owe you all my deepest gratitude for indulging me with this review session. Not at all. If anything, we should be the ones thanking you for this. You're too kind. Now, if you excuse me, I greatly anticipate hearing about your future exploits, SSS. I get the sense that Mr. Nielsen was hoping to help us more than the other way around. He might be onto something, Tio. Keeping his promise to my brother may have been his real goal. I'm glad we took that time to speak with him. I can't help but agree. You said it. Now come on, let's get cracking. All that hashing out's got me fired up. Yeah, next stop, the Don's room in the older Vosh building. It's time to see what information we can drag out of Lecter. Okay. That was very interesting. What, Nielsen or Lecter? Next up, it's revealed he's a member of Ouroboros. Just kidding, hopefully. Ereboni at the moment is on fire. No. Well, kind of. Let's see. Currently in the Empire. Yes, currently in the Empire. Because remember, the big thing, the big event is probably going to happen maybe the end of this day. Maybe a few more days until the actual fire. Because the biggest event that happened is, right now, I would say, Reen and gang are enjoying the school festival. Right? I believe the school festival is happening. And we don't hear about... What was the big thing you hear at the end? Is Crossbell, or well, Gorelia Fortress getting obliterated, right? That's what you hear during the campfire at the end of Cold Steel 1. Then you have Osborn making the big speech where he gets assassinated. So I would say Ereboni is not on fire just yet, but oh boy, is about to happen. Behind this door is Lecter Arundel, captain of the Imperial Army's Intelligence Division. We have to be careful about what we do and say around him. It's best that we prepare before going in. Yep. Open the door and enter. Note to every country, don't trust all your money to a single, not officially recognized state. Yeah. What's up, guys? Working hard or hardly working? Good to see you had the decency to show up without inviting the defense force. Don't take that as a sign that we don't want to drag you out here in cuffs. We know you had something to do with the Red Constellation's actions. There's no use pretending otherwise. Enough of the song and dance. How about you tell us what you're doing here in Crossbell? Or better yet, where the hell my uncle and the rest of the Red Constellation are? You would know the Imperial government is their contractor, and you are the point of contact, are you not? Alright, settle down, kiddos, one question at a time. First off, I took the early train from the Empire here just this morning. Old Man Gilead's orders, if that wasn't obvious to you. The Blood-Iron Chancellor. For what purpose? Well, before I get into all that, there's one little nugget of infant I think you guys would rather know first. The Imperial Army is planning to invade Crossbell this afternoon. What? We're not falling for that. Actually, I wouldn't doubt it. The way things are headed, he just might be telling the truth for once. Are they going to go straight through Belgard Gate? Yep. There's an armored division ready to go at Gorelia Fortress. It's just one, sure, but I think you know how it'll go. They've got the Empire's latest tanks with all the bells and whistles. Crossbell's armored cars are going to get kicked out like tin cans. We have to report this immediately to the defense force. No point. It's not like they don't already know. We sent an official notice to the state government about this a while ago. But good old Dieter decided to keep our asses hostage at the IBC anyway, and then he went and crowned himself prez. It's like, how stupid can you be? They couldn't possibly stop an invasion from the Imperial Army. Or can they? That's why I'm here in Crossbow. Hey, any of you seen Dieter's game here? What good is appointing Arios as Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force gonna do against those guys? I'm not sure. Arios is the strongest swordsman we know, but he's still just one man. Even he couldn't match up to a tank. I beg to differ, but sure. Could it be that they have some kind of trump card up their sleeve? Perhaps they reached some sort of compromise with the Republic to keep the Imperial Army in check? If that were the case, the President wouldn't have been so critical of them in his address. He must be planning to confront Calvert as well. That's exactly right. Hi, Kilika. Huh? You're... Kilika? A pleasure to see you again, SSS. And to you as well, Captain Arundel. I do apologize for my tardiness. Don't sweat it. We were just getting started. So how are things going on your guys' end? Smoothly, more or less. With people in this world, a sword versus a tank would probably win. Yes, right. The Republican Army is on the move too? Armored Aviation Division. You mean they're ready to attack from both the sky and the ground? Correct. It's a unit equipped with the latest high-mobility tank models as well as military airships. They are by far the most maneuverable division within the Republican Army. You've got to be kidding me. That makes this a pincer attack from both major powers. Between a rock and a hard place, to say the least. It doesn't take a political pundit to understand what brought about this situation. Even so, Dieter Croy refused to compromise, opting instead for drastic action. What he intends by it, however, is just about anyone's guess. There's one more piece to this little puzzle we've got going. So here, I'll go ahead and answer the second question you had. Second question? You mean about where the Red Constellation is? Yep, it's a pretty simple answer. You ready? I don't know. No one does. Not even the Imperial government has any clue. That can't be. Why spend so much time building up a response just to admit you never had one? So what, you're telling us that you had them tear Crossbill inside out and just let him off the leash after? Actually, hold on just a second. We know the Red Constellation had a contract with the Imperial government at the time of the trade conference. They were hired to kill the terrorists who were targeting the Chancellor's life. Isn't that right? Bingo! I guess you must have heard it straight from the military monster's mouth. Then, this is just a hunch, but could it be that the Imperial government's contract with them ended the moment the terrorists were out of the picture? What? That would mean... I don't like where this is going. Not gonna lie, Lloyd. That detective nose of yours would be pretty useful in my line of work. If only you were a bit rougher around the edges. Then, was I right? Yeah, nail on the head. The Imperial government hasn't had any contact with the Red Constellation since the trade conference. I thought it was pretty weird they didn't pack up and leave Crossbill as soon as our contract was over. Even I was shocked they decided to paint the town red the way they did. No way. Then why would Uncle Sigmund and the others pull something like that? Could they have signed a new contract with the Society, perhaps? I find that unlikely. During the LeBurle incident, the Society had a fleet of foot soldiers they referred to as enhanced Jaegers. If they were to launch a full-scale attack on Crossbill, I'm certain they would have used what is already at their disposal. My culprit is me! Yes, I hired the Red Constellation. With the money I don't have. That makes more sense. In other words, there would be no need for them to outsource the job to another corps. Now let's just narrow down the list of suspects. Given the circumstances, it'd be only natural to assume that the attack was by the order of the Imperial government, which is a misconception on our guilty party stands to benefit from. Moreover, they would also need the funds to enter a long-term contract with one of the highest-ranking corps on the continent. It can't be. Sounds like you got the picture. At times, the truth can be found in the very last place we wish to. Hold on a moment. Are the two of you suggesting? There's only one suspect we know who ticks all those boxes. Wait, maybe we shouldn't be jumping to conclusions. Lecter, Kilika, thanks for telling us all of this. I know this is a difficult spot given your positions. We'll take it from here. We should... Hello, this is Bannings from the Special Sports Sec... Thank goodness it finally went through. Lloyd, it's Cecile. Cecile? You sound frantic. What's going on? It's Arios. He came to the SSS building just now. Arios was there? Yes, and then he took Kia away with him. What? I tried to stop him, but Kia, she... Actually, this will be easier to explain in person. Can you come back as soon as you can? We'll be right there, Cecile. Stay put and wait for us. What's going on? You look like you just saw a ghost. Arios went to the SSS building and took Kia away with him. The hell? Why would he do such a thing? We have to get back to the SSS building right away. Kilika, Lecter, sorry, but we've got urgent business to take care of. Of course, be careful. Good luck, guys! I guess that little Anka butter really was the key to everything. You think they'll make it in time? Perhaps. Though I can't imagine it will prove an easy task. Cecile? Lloyd, tell us what happened to Kia. You said she was taken by Arios? It's true, Arios came by all dressed up in his new white uniform. He said he'd come to pick her up, and she just nodded. You're kidding. You mean Keto went with him willingly? That's the way it seemed to me. Though it was strange that she would leave without letting any of you know, so I tried to stop her. But Kia told me that it was fine. Zeit was agitated, but Kia's words seemed to calm him down. Speaking of Zeit, he doesn't seem to be around. He wandered off on his own after those two left. I assume he was trying to follow them, but I couldn't say for sure. What in the world is happening? Could it be that she had plans with Shizuku today? I thought that might have been the case, but it didn't appear to be. From what Arya said, it seemed as if they were heading to Mishalam. Mishalam? Yes, he mentioned having a boat prepared. Where else could their destination be, if not the resort? Mishalam had been on lockdown for the last few days. Why would he choose to take her there of all places? Damn, something's definitely off. We should follow them, Lloyd. Yeah, we have to secure a boat for ourselves. Sorry, Cecile, but could you look after the place a bit longer? We're going to chase them down. Of course. Be careful out there. I didn't like the look on Kia and Arios' faces. They seemed so solemn. Whatever it is they're doing, it must be something gravely serious. Noted. We have to find them and get to the bottom of this. Oh yeah, we just going, okay. I choose McBurno, you must choose one living member in Trails to fight him. Aurelia. I'm glad we managed to secure a police boat at least. As far as I am aware, Mishalam has been completely sealed off. Most of the staff for the theme park and resort have also left. Yeah, you can't rule out that they might be headed for the wetlands. But either way, the safe bet is heading for Mishalam first. Ellie, did you manage to get a hold of Mariabelle? No, I haven't been able to reach her in days. The aftermath of the attack on the IBC must be keeping her workload heavy. Well, putting her aside, do you think what Kilika and that jackass Lecter told us was true? You refer to the possibility of the culprit behind the raid not being Erebonian? But rather, our mayor-turned-president, Dieter Croy? Lloyd, please don't worry for my sake. I admit I'm concerned that I haven't been able to contact my grandfather since yesterday, but I did manage to get in touch with Homer. He said there's a possibility he's being detained at Orcus Tower. That bodes poorly. Not exactly an innocent verdict, huh? No, it isn't. Once you start thinking of Mayor Croy as the one pulling the strings behind these incidents, then things start to fall into place. Maybe too well into place. That would make the Red Constellation Society not invading forces, but collaborators that he hired. Then there's Wald's demonization. Even the cult incident could have possibly been part of his master plan. The DG cult too? Okay, Wald is one thing, but you think he had ties with Joachim? I don't want to believe it. Well, to be fair, I doubt they would have had a direct connection to one another. From Joachim's words and behaviors, I no doubt he was the mastermind behind the incident he caused in May. But we can't completely discount the possibility that it might have been manipulated without even knowing it. The mystery of who moved Kia from the Sun Fort was never solved either. Someone had to sneak her into the Swords auction, and whoever it was, they weren't just some Joe Schmo. The Mafia was all over that shindig. Whoever did it had to be on the level of someone like Yin or an enforcer. Yes, Lloyd Bannings of the Special Support Section speaking. About damn time I got through. Put me on speaker. Tio's gotta hear this too. Yona. Right, I'm switching now. Has something happened, Yona? No, I just went to check. Of course something's happened. It's Crossbell's orbital net. I found something prowling on it, and it's one hell of a monster. Monster? What are you talking about? At first, I found this really weird data structure stored in the fringes of the network. I couldn't make heads or tails of the array, so I just wrote it off as garbage. But after digging a little deeper, I found it was running a souped-up version of the code the Society was using. The Astral Code. Would that make the data you found another trap played by the Society? I mean, I doubt it. The data's been online for about 5 whole years. That's basically as old as Crossbell's orbital network itself. Yes, it is. It was the IBC that proposed the establishment of the orbital network to the state government. Ever since, the Foundation's technology has become commonplace in Crossbell, and the IBC has only gotten more and more involved. It's gotten to the point where the IBC knows the network structure inside and out. There's only one thing that could mean. Yona, you referred to this code as a monster just now. What exactly is it going to do? What do you think I've been trying to analyze this whole time? I can't say that much for sure, though. It's huge. The scope of the system could cover the entire orbital network. The crazy part is, it looks like it's built to correlate with another system. Like, a real one. A real one? Do you mean real as in physical, something that's not on the orbital net? Yeah, it includes every sector of the geofront. They built some kind of device that links them to Orcus Tower before routing them all to Mishalam. Mishalam? What a goddamn coincidence. I'm gonna get back to picking this thing apart. I'll call you when I know more. I don't know what you guys are up to, but you better watch each other's back. Got it? I know they call it a network for a reason, but this is like having a damn spider web under the city. It's hard to say what such a large-scale system could possibly be for, but there's only one person I can think of outside the Foundation or Society capable of creating it. We have to keep pressing forward to Mishalam. Kia and Arios are waiting for us there, as well as all the answers we've been looking for. The bell tolls. Is it the one at the top of the castle with mirrors? Yes, I believe so. Check out the water, too. It's got this kind of weird shimmer to it. You know what's going on, Teotan? The spiritual energy in the atmosphere is rising. It appears to be emanating from the direction of the theme park. Just like the bell. I'm willing to bet that's where we'll find Arios and Kia. Right, let's go. Let's see. Congratulations, you're able to drive him into the corner. Phase 3 commencing. Choose one more. I don't know. But, so the problem here is all states have to be verified by the church, so this is immediately invalid until the church says they're a state, it's valid, it's invalid. I don't know if that's Theater's ploy, though. I don't know if he cares if Crossbell becomes a state or not. Well, this is already very interesting. The woman sitting over there is the fortune teller working at the theme park. She just showed up here one day, and I'm not even sure where she's from or where she lives. You know Arios McLean became the new Secretary of Defense? Well, he just passed by downstairs. There was an adorable little girl with him, too. I wonder what they're up to. Just like we thought, Arios and Kia really are here. We have to go after them. I'm pretty sure Campanella already confirmed who that is. When we were fighting those two mist monsters in Mishalam. Oh, it isn't Detective Bannings. A pleasure to see you today. The hotel is technically closed, but we're still more than happy to accommodate you if you'd like. Simply notify me at any time if you need to rest somewhere. I came to the hotel to perform some maintenance on their facilities while they're closed. If you need help with your orb minute, let me know. I can give you a hand. I am Sepeth Broke. Let me actually talk to her. Wait, isn't she the fortune teller from the theme park? Those seem to be tarot cards she has spread out in front of her. Be wary. Great adversaries of tremendous proportions lie ahead, should you continue to tread the path before you. The hell are you babbling about? The cards are being rather cryptic today, but I'll do my best to interpret for you. Put simply, if you are determined to press onwards, you should prepare yourselves for the worst-case scenario. Though you will face many hardships, there is no guarantee you will be able to protect that which you hold most dear. For whether you can depends not on the cards, but yourselves. I'm not sure if I buy any of this, but I'll keep that in mind. So you shall. I wish you the best of luck. Yeah. So much saving. Rapid increase in spiritual presence detected. Everyone, be on guard. What? Oh, hi! Isn't that the same monster that appeared in the wetlands? I can sense the higher elements at work as well. We can't afford to hesitate. Commence the assault. You got it. Roger. It's time for Gehenna! Oh boy. Oh, we have to scan you again. That's rude. Ow. See. Encrypted in the form of lion, the shaking of its mane distorts space and time. The Sphinx Chimera. My one gripe I really have with this game is the fact that you, like, why does everything have to be resistant to all, like, every boss has to be resistant to every status effect? Like, maybe make it percentage-based or something. It's either, like, full-on resistant or not. You have 30k HP. Okay, that's... Ow! Man, for when the one mini-boss wasn't immune to death in a Cold Steel game. Like, I get it. You know, they don't want you cheesing bosses like that. But at the same time, like... I mean, let's see. We can do Beam Zanbar for ADF 25 minus 25%, which would be helpful. But Absolute Zero is just useless craft in this because it freezes. Even funnier was a construct. Well, you just short-circuited. Okay, what are you weakest to again? Oh, you don't say. Actually, I think Golden Halo. Yosh! Let's see, Wild Spunk. Then we can Golden Halo. Bye, Randy! Jeez. Poison breath, that's... I mean, Lloyd's just doing like 3k. Well, I got a lurk mode, have a game to beat, hopefully. Alrighty, you have a wonderful lurk. I will, probably be streaming for another, like, 40 minutes or so. That was not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Let's see, we got a blind too. The hell was a cryptid doing here? A very good question. I am, however, almost certain the rise in spiritual pressure, is directly related. It's just like what happened at the Moon Temple. The tolling of the bell could be related. I can't believe Arios would drag Kia into the middle of all this. There's no time to waste. Let's head inside. Roger, right, yeah. Actually, I think we waste some time. How much for the inn? Oh, 800. Okay, that's cheap. Nothing, huh? Oh, that's Palorma grass. Palorma grass. That was Mishy's flower bed. Oh boy! It's the same cryptid from the East Highway. Let's take it out. Are we about to fight every cryptid again? If so, I mean, I'm okay with that. It's kind of cool. Oh, that's defense. That's right. You guys defense down. Hydroplant! A botanical cryptid that emerged from a spatial rift. Each tendril acts of its own accord. Plant arm, hydroplant tendril, its savage nature leads it to attack any prey it finds. Okay. Weakest to big. Friggin' Sept-Terrion is gonna be annoying. Ah, the acid rain is annoying. Don't like that. I can get a regular breath off, or I can get a Tira. Nagasero. God, that acid rain is so annoying! void is probably gonna go down here at this rate. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, I just realized we have the birthday show. Ella learned Call to Surrender. She used Absolute Zero's been upgrades to Absolute Zero 2. This was the same place we encountered Campanella from the Society. And just after that, we found Kia in front of the castle all by herself. That's right, I can only hope the same thing happens this time. Hope can only take us so far. We're gonna have to go and see for ourselves. Yes, we should hurry. Oh wait, we're all fully healed. Never mind, we're good. That is save slot 100. A Castle of Mirrors. So much for this place being just an average theme park attraction. Yes, the rising spiritual pressure is clearly coming from this structure. Presumably, the very top floor of it. Apparently, Belle was the one who commissioned this castle to be built in the first place. I just hope she isn't a part of this. We'll find out when we get inside. With any luck, we should be able to make it to the top. Again? It's the one from the old mine. What if they hired this thing as a gatekeeper or something? On your guards, everyone. We have a cryptid to exterminate. Right. Number 3! Another 30k HP. Third Drake, a cryptid in the form of a dragon. Causes time and space distortion upon shaking its head. Let's see. God, that did a lot of damage. Let's see, weakest to Avalon Gate. Actually. Hey, how we doing, Lay Scoots? What's up? What did we just get? I think that was a support. Okay. Much tired from food we had? Same. And Lloyd. Oh, okay. Well, that happened. What's wrong with Lloyd? Come on. Okay, 18k HP still. We can Avalon Gate. Ow. Let's see, support, we can do a... I don't know. Guess I just, like... Sure, we'll just Crimson Ray, I guess. Airline Gate will do... Oh my god, that did a lot of damage. Did like 11k. Pretty sure that just... yeah. That kills you. Excuse me. I'm gonna... go rest at an inn. We have one over here, might as well, right? This is where I get in the castle and there's like a charging station randomly. Okay, honestly, I can probably tune some Orbman stuff now, right? I still don't have enough. I still can't believe I haven't maxed out everyone's Orbments yet. My gosh. Not like I haven't had Lloyd with the friggin' extra quartz or Sepith stuff on Sept-Terrion vein like this whole time. Slot 101. Castle of Mirrors. Look at all the lights. They seem to be particles of spiritual energy ascending towards the very top of the castle. The entrance to the stairs. Great, someone went and closed it. Now the path on either side are open instead. I've known that to happen before, and I've been here more times. I've never known that to happen before, and I've been here more times than most. Could this really be her doing? I can hear the sound of machinery deeper inside. Something about it is peculiar. We need to be on guard if we plan to continue. There's no turning back at this point. We'll do whatever it takes to reach the top. We're gonna confront Arios and take Kia back. Oh, we have actual enemies. Rock Kalium, being said to usher the souls to reincarnation. Spirits away the souls of those who see it. Or we could just kill it. I like that too. Nice fight. Oh wow, they give a lot of XP. I must be underleveled. Shield 3. 40 of 61. At last, he moved his hands from behind his back. Small enough to fit over his palms was a chest, one of a dark cherry red wood, framed with a steel that was painstakingly etched, end to end with flora. Oh, that was the way to go, apparently. What the hell are you? Dead, that's what you are. Wow, things drop a lot of... Wait, what? That wasn't a... okay. See, malignant eye. Said to be able to see beyond this world, all who gaze into it end up entranced by fear. We also have the Star Guardian, Guardian of the Stars. Heals those who attack it, but when its HP starts to get low... Oh, whatever it is, don't do much damage.
Yes.
Oh, that was not. Oh, that was rough. See, EP charge 3. Things are going in some interesting directions, eh? No wonder they call him Detour Croy. Arcadian Ambrosia. Where do treasure chests come from? Well, when a carpenter and a pile of lumber love each other very much. Weird. That's fine, probably.
Nice fight.
Things are going crazy. I'm here for it. Definitely need these levels. Especially if we're going to be fighting frickin' Arios. Oh my. Pixie, ATS when HP is low. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I have to wait for that to move. Okay. Yeah, plenty of battle scopes. So let's battle scope. Luminous statue, an evil statue called forth from another world. Typically uses mirage arts. And it dies.
Nice fight.
Oh, well that opened. Okay, that door opens, which I was not expecting, to be honest. Still give a lot of XP, wow. See, attained a Chitin armor. CCF and Michelin Wonderland collaborated to invent a new playground equipment. But after months of work, all they came up with was a swing and a mish. It's bad and you should feel bad, game.
Nice fight.
Oh, great. Yes, am I going to finish this section today? That's the big question. Oh, that's a lot of balloons. See, Lumiere sandals. Photos out of 61. Genevieve recognized the craftsmanship right away. No one held the same love for carpentry as her. one and only Jubilee. As she made to snatch it from Cyril's hands, he raised it over his head. Now, what am I going to do? I need to go to... Lumiere sandals. Founders dating back to the Middle Ages. They repel orbital arts. Very high ADF then? Yeah, it was a decent upgrade. And chitin armor. Flash armor made from hard processed metal. Lower ADF. Decently more defense. And if we're going into Arios, also it raises strength, so I guess, yeah, that's a Lloyd thing. Yeah, if we're going to be fighting Mr. Arios Macklin. Then we probably want defense, because we'd had him in a party and we know he's big physical, so... Sociobomb EX. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the chestiest of them all? Not you. You're a brown chest. Almost have a... Tio is almost leveled up on her Master Quartz. Come on. Turn around. Are you still alive? Level up 79. Will I hit 80? See how much XP we get from this. Maybe. Doubt it. That was a probably... Yeah, it looks like... Oh, are we here? There's a monster chest here, though, so... Monsters appeared. Who would have guessed? You weakest to... Avalon Gate? I don't have Avalon Gate, Ellie.
Yes.
Yeah, that's rude. That helped.
Nice fighter.
Mirage is level 4. 20 EP per enemy killed. And EP at 50 per battle. Sure. Dragon Vision. Oh, that's a good quartz. Arkansas tried to recruit me as a stage prop, but I hate being boxed into only one kind of role. Dragon Vision. That does... automatically analyzes defeated enemies. Gives you Chaos Brand. Yeah, sure. go down, though? We made it to the bell. We made it. Yeah, top floor. But there's no sign of Kia or Arios. I failed to sense this the last time I was here, but I believe there's a hidden area behind that large mirror. There is? Yes, the spiritual energy is flowing there as if being drawn inside, which likely makes it our final destination. It must be. What do you know? We actually managed to catch up to them. Yeah. SSS, ready your weapons. We're taking Kia back no matter what. Right. Yes. Roger Wilco. Okay, what about over here, though? Say taking Kia back, you know. Yeah, Kia's important, but so is loot. We gotta be as strong as we possibly can be, right? Oh, I hate it.
Yosh! させるか！私の番ね。
Okay, I'm banking on this just one shot. It didn't! Oh, that's pain. Okay. Yeah, now that's just kill him, please. I really don't care. I'm gonna restart this. That'll hurt. Oh, you can't kill Theo! I'm gonna keep doing this until I get through this without anyone dying. Like, I really don't care about having to restart. And that works. There we go. I'm happy with that. Got a criminal. Are you back because you thought I was bootyful? No, you're ugly. Criminal is Offensive arts deal critical damage 30% chance. Oh! That's interesting. I do, however, need to heal. Oh, I wonder if there's... Oh. Is there anything in here? No, that just... confusing. Let's try to get this last level, too.
Yeah. Sensei可能始めましょう。そこチャンスです。
We need, like, what?
良いデータが取れました。
やるね。
5 more fights, maybe?
そこ
Especially if they're
先
like
生
that.
可能
チャンスだ。
始めま
Yeah, that would take too long.
よし、上出来だ。
やるね。よっしゃ、畳みかけるぞ。
Ah, but if they're like that, it's going to take a while.
これもみんなの勝利ですね。そこ先生可能始めましょう。私の番です。そこです。任せて。
おっしゃ。
よし、やってや。
私の番です。そこお返しです。
行くぜ。
よし、やっ。
はい、そこです。敵集団撃破しました。そこみんなチャンスよ。
やってや。
はい、そこです。私の番ね。やっ
任せろ。ぜー。
任せてくれ。ストップ。
さて、そこです。任せて。やっなんとかなったわね。
Yeah, that's going to take a while. If we have to keep doing it like that.
やっ
よっ
Come on,
し
give
ゃ、
me the
畳みかけ
there.
るぞ。
Oh, that's going to be good.
よし、上出来だ。
グッジョブです。
Hopefully, 1 or 2 more battles.
やっ
よっしゃ、畳みかけるぞ。
Like that. Anyway.
よかった。
I just want to hit that 80.
よっしゃ、畳みかけるぞ。
行きました。敵集団撃破し
Also,
ました。
farming Sepet never hurts.
やっ
よっしゃ、畳
Because
み
I
かけ
get
る
the
ぞ。
feeling we're going to be fighting Arios, and it's not going to be
そこで
good.
す。任せ
So any extra power is going to be helpful.
おととい来やがれってな。
Basically, 1 or 2 more fights, depending on how many enemies.
そこさあ始めましょうか。
Yeah, like that's... Can
や
you not get too
私の
carried
番
away?
で
That'd
す。
be great.
敵集団撃破しました。やっ先生可能始めましょう。今だわ。
That'll
なん
do.
とかなったわね。
よし、やったぞ。
Okay, Randy still needs 1 more, but...
やっみんなチャンスよ。
やってや。
任せて。こんなところかしら。
Are you kidding me? He needs 1 more.
そこ
よっしゃ、畳みかけるぞ。
任せて。こんなところかしら。
There we go. Everyone is now at 80. Randy's Death Storm isn't upgraded to Death Storm 2. Ooh. Alright, let's go. Let's go rescue our adopted daughter. I was at full health, but, you know. Faint particles of light are being drawn into the mirror. What? Looks like stepping into this mirror will take us straight through it. Kia, we're coming. Let's step inside the mirror. Is that... what the hell? But why? Kia, Arios, Belle! Lloyd, everyone? So you finally come. Belle, explain yourself. I just don't understand. Why are you doing this? Isn't it obvious? As a rightful descendant of the Croy family, the inheritors of the goddess's treasure, it is only natural that I carry out the duty bequeathed to me. The goddess's treasure? It can't be. You mean like the one they found in Liberl, the Oriole? So you already know of them. That simplifies things. The Sept-Terrions, 7 treasured bestowed unto mankind by Arios in ancient times past. One of them has been passed down through my family, generation after generation. That is, until 1200 years ago. What are you even getting at with this? A set of unfortunate circumstances caused us to lose the divine gift we had been granted. As a result, the Croy family set into motion a grand plan to resurrect our Sept-Terrion, no matter the cost. The land of Crossbell itself was an essential piece of the algorithm, the foundation of our greatest ceremony yet. Algorithm? Are you referring to whatever system it is that's been exploiting the Orbital Network? Why, yes, I am. It is a feat of magical science, a confluence between orbital engineering and the Croy family's alchemy. Without it, such an outlandishly large, complex ceremony could never be feasible. A ceremony made possible through magic and science, as well as alchemy. Now I get it. It's all coming together. The alchemists who built Stargazer's towers and supplied the cult with their advanced technology. It was the Croy family, wasn't it? For real? That must be the case. The logic adds up perfectly. Then that would include the cradle Kia was slumbering in. Naturally, it was delivered to the cult by the Croy family hundreds of years ago. We granted them their object of worship, and in turn, they did as we bade them. Then it's just as I thought. The GG cult was only a tool. One that the Croy family manipulated from the shadows to achieve their goals. Correct. You can think of the cult as nothing more than an ensemble cast of puppets. Though I doubt the poor dears ever had any awareness of that little fact. Well, how was that? Enough backstory for you? Oh, I should add that Arios here has no prior connection to the Croy family. He is merely endorsing our project from a professional standpoint, as our trusty collaborator. Arios. What the hell has gotten into you? You really just gonna keep playing make-believe with this chick? Make-believe? Is that how you see it? You're not entirely wrong there. I agree in some respects. Well, I never. But even so, they possess the power required to bring about the change I seek. So long as that's the case, I'll gladly go along with this little fantasy of theirs. Even if I have to spit in the face of Arios herself to do it. Unbelievable. How could you? Honestly, this is all a bit too much to take in. I'm still not sure what to make of everything we've heard. But I do know one thing. The one thing I can say for sure. There's no way in hell I'm letting you drag Kia into this delusion. Please, Kia, you have to come back to us. I don't know what lies they put in your head, but you're still the same Kia we all know and love. There's no reason to put yourself through this. You should be with us, smiling, not sitting there in pain. Lloyd. Well, Kia, Lloyd has made his case perfectly clear, but what is it that you desire? Kia? What's wrong? Kido, think about what it is you really want here. Don't you want to run over to us, jump into Lloyd's arms the way you always do? Isn't that where you feel safest? Where you feel the most at home? Randy. That's right. I know you think what you're doing here is for the best. But what matters most to us is your well-being. It always has been. Ellie, Tio. Well, isn't this a tender-hearted moment? God damn it. Ouroboros. So you were in league with one another after all. Oh no, I prefer to call it a mutually beneficial arrangement. Good day, everyone. I take it that means your preparations are complete? But of course. I dare say you'll be pleased with the progress that has been made. The bells, too, are poised to toll. All that remains is to turn the key. I wouldn't be opposed to waiting until your guests have finished up their little melodrama over there. But we really should be getting the show on the road. Time's almost up. My, so it is. Here they come. Who are you talking about? Time almost up for what? The invasion. The Imperial and Republican armies are at our doorstep. No. Why don't you make yourselves comfortable and enjoy the show? Now that's Guerrilla Fortress. And we, well, we know what happens to it. Oh, do we? Mm-hmm. Well, I played Cold Steel. But I can't blame Crossbell for doing what they're doing. You know, with Independence and the fact that they have railway cannons just pointed at their city constantly as a show of force. But at the same time, I don't believe this. It's really happening. But the Defense Force stands no chance of stopping them. Correction. We already have the key to doing so. She's right there. And then there's this asshole. President Croy. Uncle. To our guests from the Society, you have my deepest gratitude for cooperating with our project. You as well, Arios. Belle. Everything seems to be proceeding smoothly. Yes, so far. The rest is in her hands. There you have it, Kia. You understand what you must do, yes. You've literally given her no choice. Oh my god. You are the only one who can deliver us from this crisis. Mm-hmm. Good girl. I guess that's the Sunfort, okay. And that's the Moon Temple. Mixed with the Geofront. All centralized on Orcus Tower. The heck's going on here? All this converted orbital energy is pouring into Orcus Tower. Kia, no! Belle, don't do this. I don't know what the hell you're trying to pull off, but it ends here. We must stop them. The Divine Blade of Wind. If you wish to pass, you'll have to go through me. Come, SSS. Prove to me that you can muster up the strength. The strength to overcome the barrier that Sergei, Guy, and I could not. Don't let him rattle you. It's 4-on-1. We have to create an opening somehow. Aeon system activate. One target to neutralize. Okay. I don't like it. Well, I know what they're trying to pull off. I know what they're trying to pull off, and I don't like it. Also, Oh, inevitable struggle. Yeah, this song is incredible. Alright. Ooh, I like the look of that bow. How much HP do you have? Oh, 40k. Well. Not weak to anything, of course. Why would you be? Are you ready? God damn it, I need you to not miss. Secretary Arios, an A-rank racer turned Secretary of Defense. His true skill shines in his swift swordplay. Tio, don't die, please. I've yet to hit him. Also, he just grants me a level up, I'm pretty sure, so... Now I need a heal on Tio. Let's see. Yeah, let's get a heal.
Yes.
I like AT-dealing him, that's always fun. I feel like I don't do much damage to him. Oh yeah, that did like nothing. Okay. Whatever happens here, I get a free cast off, which is kind of great. But my god, he goes back. He go fast. This is a quick boy. Oh my god, this boy is quick. So, what's the goal here? Because if it's to take him down, he's level 110, so... I just noticed that. Hope you brought Tio's barrier? I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure Zero Field was set as her barrier, or as her thing. Yeah, this boy don't take no damage. He ain't taking no damage. Last disaster. Go how much? $3,500. Avalanche Cleaver. That's just gonna kill her, right? Oh, it didn't! Ha ha! Wait. Where's the Lord's buff? Does he just have a skill that removes buffs? Because if that's the case, that's kind of, rude. Okay. We kind of have to burst here. I really would like to get one more, but I think it ends after red. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna, like, nuketize him. Extra damage, which is always nice. Last disaster. See, if I encourage, that does... Honestly, that's probably worthwhile. What would do... Embryo freaking out. You good, Embryo?
みんな一気に
私の番ね。
We're gonna go Sparkdyne again.
おっしゃ
We go Power Smash for another delay on you.
Enigma 駆動。
俺の番だな
Damn it, I really needed that to hit. You know what? Actually, no, I think we're okay. There is, like, nothing I can do. You know what I need? Yes. Strike Bell will be immensely helpful.
おっしゃ
One Piece makes you cry over a ship, Trails makes you cry. Ah, understandable. Okay, ooh. And I can. Oh, it's happening.
Enigma 駆動
That is a warning.
それ
Oh, it's happening!
わかりました。
任せてくれ
At this point, can you just S-break him? I have a critical right there, and Lloyd is at max strength on 200 CP.
それ行くぞ
And he has defense down
行くぞ
maximum.
これで決めるはっといやライジングさあ
Get
まだまだ
Arios!
みんな大丈夫か
Oh, we actually get the level up! How many levels are we getting from this, actually? At least, like, 2, right? God, look at this! Look at... I just maxed... Or I just got... 5 levels from that! Oh my god! Yeah! Oh, that's awesome. Oh, his Cross Mirage has been upgraded to Cross Mirage too! Really? No one else got an upgraded craft from that? And I got a Zaram cat. Oh my god. Ooh, we did it! Huh. Is that all you got? Okay, like... $10 he gets up like he wasn't actually trying. I'll admit, you caught me by surprise. Perhaps you truly do have what it takes to surpass us. Huh? I can no longer detect a presence from Arios. Yep. A body double? Damn. Second form, Gale. Strike. Oh, Arcane Gale. Lovely. Everyone! Fret not, their lives will be spared. If your concentration were interrupted, the outcome would suffer for it. And we wouldn't want that now, would we? I know. I won't hesitate anymore. Kia? No! Stop! This light. The hell's happening? It's the 7 elements. Their spiritual density is reaching critical levels. Kia? A rousing success. And with that, the Sept-Terrion of Mirage is resurrected at last. Actually, I stand corrected, for this is the birth of a being that transcends its predecessor, the Sept-Terrion of Zero. The Sept-Terrion of Zero? This can't be happening. Lloyd, everyone? Kia, is that really you? Yes. Let's go, Belle. No! As you wish. Take care of them, if you would, Arios. Understood. Kia! Where are you going? I'm sorry, and thank you for everything. Never forget that I love you all. Oh, great. Aha. Oh! That you, Shrimp? Well, look at you, all floaty and glowy. Kia, or no. Perhaps it would be more appropriate to call you the Divine Child, as the cult did. You have my deepest gratitude for making your second coming to this world. As the current patriarch of the Croy family, it is my honor to welcome you. I believe we can dispense with the formalities, Father. We must go and pick up our newly received gifts. Ah, yes, how could I forget? But it does warm the heart to see my hard work finally coming to fruition. Oh my god, I am... To you, the inheritor of the great treasure's power. On behalf of the Grandmaster of Ouroboros, allow me to congratulate you on your rebirth. They are hardly adequate for such a momentous occasion, but I hope you would accept these gifts. Please, take them. Thank you. Okay, then. Well, that looks cool. Holy shit. Whoa, they're so cool. Heh, those are some fine toys you're getting. Divine Archaisms, Ions. 3 interfaces through which the miracles of a Sept-Terrion can be performed. They exceed every expectations I could have had. Thank you, our esteemed guests from the Society. We are in your debt. It's the least we could do to repay your gracious financial assistance. I should be thanking you for providing me an avenue to apply all the data we've accumulated from the Gordius series. Lest we forget, this too is the will of our Grand Master. There is no need to feel indebted to us. How generous of you. Kia, will you do the honors? Yes, right away. Okay. Well then, nice Gundam. Yeah. I don't see that working, my guys. Okay then. Well, that's working out well for you. Okay. Okay. That was excessively violent. There's no kill quite like overkill. Railway cannons? This can't be! The 5th Armored Division has been completely wiped out? I can hardly believe it myself. Some sort of humanoid weapon showed up and mowed them down like they were nothing. That's preposterous! No matter, we will not tolerate this act of defiance. Activate the railway guns. Target, Crossbell City. Avoid densely populated areas. Our goal is to send them a message. Yes, sir. Avoid densely populated... No... What? It's a city! Oh, that's how that works. Okay. That's... Wow. It's something different seeing it from this side. Whoa, Nelly. Holy shit. Bravo. Bravo. The Sept-Terrion of Zero, eh? A fitting name. All it touches turns to null. The 3 pinnacles of the Gordia series, all in unison. Through the Divine Child, they're able to act autonomously as the agents of her miracles. This will make for a most fascinating report. I can hardly wait to submit it. It's impressive, no doubt. That it is, and yet, this is only the beginning, isn't that right? This moment marks Crossbell's consecration as the continent's promised land. The might of the Empire and Republic is no more. But from this hallowed ground, a new order shall ascend. And the world over will bear witness as the Croix family's righteous ideals become reality. I can't believe this. Please, someone tell me this is all just a bad dream. I wish I were able to. Not even nightmares would be this cruel. You couldn't be more right. Behind every miracle is a harsh reality. There they are! Secretary McLean, are you all right? Ah, hell. Resistance is futile. Huh? That voice. Noel. The Defense Force has already secured the perimeter surrounding Michelin. Please, surrender peacefully. Noel. How could you? Well then, Second Lieutenant Seeker. It's time I return to Orcus Tower. I'll leave you to handle their arrest. Yes, sir. Wait, stop. I have one question for you, Arios. Just one more question. You've been collaborating with the Croy family for years now. If that's the case, then, did you kill Guy Bannings? Are you the one who took my brother from me? Huh? It couldn't be. You being serious here? Yes, that's exactly right. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Oh, what a way to end the chapter. Detective third class. I got a power suit Z. Ooh. Alright, no way I'm getting first class. But I might hit second class? Not sure. Let's continue. From that day forward, the independent state of Crossbell, by virtue of its categorical inviolable power, promoted a daring diplomatic coalition. The proposal, the establishment of the United Nations of Zemuria, with Crossbell as its leader. This framework, which prohibited all military action and guaranteed free economic activity, was enticing to small countries and autonomous states suffering under the Empire and the Republic's iron fists. Liberal, Romaferia, and Orteria initially opposed the Union as excessive as imperious, but in time they too capitulated, unable to push back against the growing momentum. In Calvard, an economic crisis arose as a result of the events in Crossbell. Before long, anti-immigration terrorism began to run rampant within the Republic. Meanwhile, Erebonia found itself engulfed in a civil war between the noble and reformist factions, as rumors spread that the Blood and Iron Chancellor had been assassinated. Unofficially, Ouroboros made its endorsement of Crossbell known to every nation on the continent. Soon, nothing and no one would be able to stand in the way of President Croy's ambitions. Boring. That went by way too quickly. How can those big hunks of metal get to have all the fun? No one's even trying to invade anymore, after they wiped that first wave clean off the continent. Everything alright, Shirley? Oh, hey Daddy. I was wondering, don't you think it's time we got out of this place? Things are really hitting the fan over in the Empire. It would be way more fun over there, wouldn't it? The Republic sounds like a blast too, anywhere but here, really. We still have a contract to fulfill. If you're feeling bored, you could always occupy yourself with that delinquent. Well, I guess he could put up a good fight when he demonizes. But when he's off his pills, I'd have a better time scoring off against sewer rats. Besides, he went out to do his own thing for today. Heck if I know where, though. What about our new friend from the Society? They seem plenty entertaining. I don't know, they're not bad, but I'm not sure if we're compatible, you know? Plus, that broad in armor looks way out of my league. Very perceptive of you. Still, you only waste away sulking like this. What about our little deserter? He's making his way over to Mainz as we speak. Oh yeah? Still hasn't learned his lesson yet, huh? Is he really stupid enough to put up his dukes against us? Don't underestimate him just yet. He's no weakling. Not as much of one as you seem to think, at least. Really? I'm just not saying it. Well, whatever. If you think he's so tough, then you can have him, Daddy. That may be just be for the best. Your new favorite playmate is still closer than you think, after all. Really? You mean she didn't go back to Calvard? Hayway's forces have been spotted near Armorca village. Intel says Yin has been among them ever since the raid on Crossbell City. He's a stubborn bastard, that cow. Turns out, the entertainment you're looking for has been here all along. Who cares about that four-eyed schmuck? I'm going for the real main attraction. Yeah, now I'm getting revved up. We never got a chance to go all the way back at Arkansas, but next time I get my hands on her, I'm really gonna have some fun. Knock yourself out. I'd expect no less from you, Miss Orlando. Yeah, I was surprised when I saw you could change back too. Damn. Wald? Dino, what are you... Wald! It really is you, Wald! Where have you been? We've all been so worried. I'm so glad you're safe. Everyone else got hurt pretty bad. A couple were let out of the hospital, but they haven't come back to Ignis at all. It's all gonna be okay though, right? Right, Wald? As long as you're here again, then... What? Wald? Saber Vipers are over. Don't bother trying to follow me. I'm not gonna say it twice. No, you can't mean that. Come on, Wald. You're our leader, the one we've always been able to count on. The others said the demon who attacked us and now he's you, but that can't be right. Tell me it's not true, Wald, please! Stop. You have some nerve showing your face here, Wald Wales. After everything you put the downtown district through, not on our watch. Somebody has to put a stop to you. Well, why did you do it? What was even in it for you? We know you're behind this. You turned into that monster and wrecked our holy ground. You betrayed your men, spilled their blood. They trusted you, believed in you. You're despicable. So, where are Wazy and Q-Ball? Not that they ever belonged here. They finally turned tail and run. Shut your damn mouth. They'll definitely come back. They're not like you. Oh, yeah? They have their own mission, and they're duty-bound to fulfill. That's why, even if they did leave the city, we know they haven't abandoned us. We might not know exactly what they're doing, but we believe in them. A mission, huh? That so? Maybe we'll get to settle things for good after all. Ain't that right? Wazy? And with that, the focus of the Phantasmal Blaze Plan now shifts to Erebonia. Will you be staying here to observe for the time being like we planned? That is correct. And remain at hand until the proper stage has been set in the Empire. This new Sept-Terrion of Zero compares quite favorably to the power of the long-absent Sept-Terrion of Mirage. What's more, it seems to wield latent abilities that the original could have never possessed. I'm looking forward to seeing how far the Croy family's alchemy can take this. My, Professor, you're just chomping at the bit over this, aren't you? Speaking of which, it seems our old rivals are finally starting to make their move. Yes, think of it as an opportunity. Their position differs inherently from our own, perhaps clarifying just how much would be wise for the future. I will trust the two of you to see to that. I intend to stay here and continue gathering data on the Sept-Terrion of Zero, for it may have the potential to serve as the ultimate interface, one capable of linking mankind to the gods. Kia? Oh, Shizuku. Have your eyes recovered? Yes, the dizziness stopped and I can see colors again. It's all because of you, Kia. Thank you so much. I'm glad. But you don't have to thank me, Shizuku. You and everyone at the hospital worked hard for this, right? All I did was give the final push. If you say so. And besides, it'd be a waste not to put this power I was given to good use. This is a sacrifice I'm willing to make, if it means I can give you the gift of sight back. But Kia! I mean, I'm happy, I really am. I've been blind for so long, I always felt like I've only made life harder for Father. And in all the time we've been best friends, I've never seen your face. So now that I finally can, it makes me so happy that I could cry, but... Still, Kia, are you really okay? Is this really what you want? To be apart from Lloyd and the others, to be forced to do all these scary things. I don't like it. What they're doing to you isn't right. Miss Maribel, Mr. Croy. And not just them, Father too. Shizuku. Thank you, Shizuku. I love you so much. But I'm fine. I knew what I was getting myself into when I made my decision. So you don't have to worry for my sake, okay? Fragments. Crossing False Paradise. Knox Prison. The other members of the SSS are under protection in separate locations. I'm sorry to tell you that you're the only one here, Lloyd. You don't need to apologize to me. Protection is a funny way to put it, though, don't you think? Just what exactly is it you're protecting us from? I'm sure you pieced it all together by now. Who was behind the raid on the city, I mean? The one who hurt Fran, your one and only sister, Noelle? I know! But still, I'm a proud member of the CGF. Even if the name on our emblems changes, my responsibilities won't. I have a duty to uphold to my state as a soldier. If I don't, then Crossbell will be wiped off the map by the Empire and the Republic. Noelle. I get it, Lloyd. I know what they're doing to Kia isn't right. And having to rely on the society of all people makes me sick. But you saw it, didn't you? The Imperial Army fired those railway guns straight at us. They're weapons of mass destruction. Had they hit, hundreds of people would have died. There was no other way. I'm sorry. I know I don't have the right to say this to you, Lloyd. No right to even be here. All the same, I can't imagine you'll be detained forever. Once the crisis has passed, you'll likely be acquitted and released. So please, just stay patient for now. After hearing what she had to say, any possible response I could have made escape me. Not only that, I failed Kia. I failed to protect her, to see the burden she'd been carrying long before that day. I was so wrapped up in trying to protect everyone that I neglected the one person who needed it the most. Both Kia's origins and the person who killed my brother. I swore with my heart and soul that I would uncover those truths. Did you kill Guy Bannings? Are you the one who took my brother from me? Yes, that's exactly right. I'm sorry, and thank you for everything. Never forget that I love you all. I'm sorry, Guy. Looks like I'm not ready to catch up to you after all. I couldn't keep my promise. What do I do now? What can I do? I don't even know anymore. Pathetic. Oh, really? Look at you. Are you really the same hotshot detective who put us behind bars? Makes me feel like a chump for spending the last 6 months eating cold slop in this hellhole. Leave me alone. Say what you want. We both know you have no one to blame but yourself for ending up here. The fact that we were the ones who finally arrested you is just a matter of us being in the right place at the right time. That's the truth of it. That barrier wasn't one we got over by our own merit. You're a real killjoy, kid. But I'll cut you some slack. Talk of the yard's been that things are going down the shitter out there. Who'd have thought the CEO of the IBC was the brains behind it all? Man's more of a dictator than a president. And now you've rattled the cages of the Red Constellation, the Society, the CDF, hell, even the Divine Blade of Wind. There's one royal flush I wouldn't want to deal with, that's for sure. Little piece of unsolicited advice. Your best bet is to wait out the storm. You have to be a damn fool to try and face what's shaking down out there. But hey, maybe it runs in the family. Oh, that's right, you knew my brother, didn't you? I guess you could say we were acquainted. Stubborn son of a bitch never quit sticking his nose where it didn't belong, no matter how much we threatened him. And yet, his same smug ass would stroll up to you at a food cart, an hour later shoot the breeze over a few drinks. Goddess, he was annoying. Yeah, that sounds like Guy, alright. Honestly, I couldn't picture someone like him going down to anyone, not even death itself. Guess I was wrong, though. The world's just full of surprises. He never gave up the fight, did he? Not even for a second. I'll say. And it wasn't just Ravash either. The man was barking up everyone's tree. Corrupt Diet members, intelligence agents, both Imperial and Republican. Hell, he even managed to sniff out Joachim a cell away. He had a real fire in his belly. That much I can't deny. Right. Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea. Guy Bennings wasn't some superhero. You got that? Huh? In terms of sheer power and instinct, McLean would cream him every time. And he could never hold a candle to Sergei the Scrutinous when it came to fighting smarter instead of harder. And if it's sound judgment and deduction skill you want, Bastard Dudley was always a cut above him. Your brother had his limits. I mean, of course, but... No, he has a point. But if there was one thing he had going for him that no one else did, I'd have to say it was his tenacity. Oh? That's what kept him on his feet more likely than not. Taking action was second nature to him. Oop, Embryo's ready with the party of two! Hey, how you doing, Embryo? Welcome... I say welcome to the chat, but you're already here. Gave him the moxie to punch above his weight. The odds be damned. Wasn't that he was in over his head, either. He knew exactly what he was doing. The man left an impression on you, not much as I hate to admit it. Well, when you're in a half-hour cutscene... Yeah? You finished the game? Word of advice, Lloyd. To be a man, you've got to be willing to tackle the issue you're facing head-on. Follow your heart and intuition and grasp the truth with your own two hands. If you can do that, you'll be able to see what exactly it is that you want to do. If there was anything that kept my brother going, it was his desire to protect everything that was important to him. Sadly, no, one more dungeon to go. Woo! Not just his family and loved ones, but Crossbell itself. When you think of it that way, maybe that includes all of you and Ravash too. The hell? Trust me, I know how it sounds. You probably won't need his help, let alone want it. But I think more than anything, he wanted to know what made Crossbell tick, even if that meant breaking it open to look inside. That way, he could strive to protect this land and its people in his own way, day in and day out. So that's the man he was. An absolute grade A bona fide idiot. Yeah. That's one department I could never hope to catch up to him in. Still, I'm his younger brother. I'm going to take after him in some respects, whether I like it or not. What are you saying? Oh, hell no. Don't tell me. You're not thinking of busting out. To me, staying here would be the real escape. I don't plan on running away when I've got a truth to get to the bottom of. As the detective of the CPD's Special Support Section, I'll free my comrades from captivity and take Kia back. I swear it. You're even more of a half-wit than he was. Garcia? Let's see what you got, kid. What can a little punk like you hope to accomplish during a shit show like this? Here's your chance to prove how determined you really are. What the? Sounds like it's coming from the cell in the back. That all you got, you snot-nosed little wimp? What? A fight? Hey, break it up. What's going on in there? It's because of you that I'm stuck in this crowbar hotel. Say your prayers, you son of a bitch. Ah, no, please. Damn it, he's not stopping. No way around it, let's go. Here, ready your weapon. Cease this at once, Rosie. Freeze, you'll make me shoot. Come on, we're just having a little fun. I didn't mean to get so carried away. Cheeky bastard. You can say goodbye to all good behavior you've racked up. Now step back and keep your hands where we can see them. Damn it. Short-staffed or not, we shouldn't have put the two of them in the same cell. Hey, are you alright? Damn, his injuries must be internal. Hurry up and call a doc... Actually, I'd rather you didn't. Ugh! You little... Yeah, that one's gonna hurt. I wish there were another way we could have pulled this off. A little late for that, kid. Besides, this was your idea. I thought you were out of your damn mind when you told me to hit you. I never pegged you as the hustling type. And I never knew Ravash was hiding a budding actor in its ranks. Ugh, you really did break one of my back molars, though. Well, pardon me. Maybe I'd have hired a stuntman if you hadn't put me out of work. Anyway, a promise is a promise. I'll back you up till we get outside. So, what's the plan? This is the third floor of the prison, so they should have fewer soldiers stationed here. Our goal is to find a way to break through the gap in the patrols and escape from the ground level. I like it. It's been too damn long. I'd have some fun. Lloyd equipped a pair of makeshift tonfas he fashioned out of pipes. Garcia has joined the party. Be aware that your Enigma 2 has been confiscated. You'll be unable to use arts. Additionally, all of your items have also been seized, so be mindful of your HP.
Yosh!
He's out cold. You say like you ain't the one who beat him down. I'm well aware. I wish I didn't have to, but there's no other choice. Let's keep moving. God, I don't want to stop, but also I have to stop. Because I have work tomorrow, but god damn it, I want to keep going. God damn it, I want to keep going so badly. But no, anyway, guys. Oh, we are in a... This is going to be a treat come tomorrow night. I'm going to hopefully get started early, so... Talk to the doors? Okay. You hear that? It came from the boss's room. Boss, you alright? Who's being held in here? Room beside and across from ours are where they've been keeping all of Ravash's rank and file. Guess they're all short staffs. Must be trying to save on manpower by cramming them all in one spot to look after. That makes sense. Sorry to stop us like this. Let's keep moving before they start sending in reinforcements. Was that Mafioso? I thought that said Marconi. Every single door has dialogue? Wonderful! I will be getting to that next time, though, because, yeah. So, anyway, I really want to keep going, but no, I have work in the morning. So, have a wonderful night, everyone, and I hope to see you all next time with some more Trails to Azure. I'm hoping we get this game done by the end of the week. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I'm going to give it my good old try. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.